Hey, alright, episode 23. Let's start right into this because I don't like long intro things. Anyway, I'm a little late getting to this. I wanted to get to it before, but we didn't get a chance. Everyone's busy, and Jared hasn't been here forever. But the thing is, hey, how you doing? Rhetorical, don't answer that. One of the interesting things was Bioshock Infinite came out a little while ago. Now, I haven't actually followed anything about this game. I mean, they released the information about it years ago. How many years ago was it that they teased it?
Wasn't it like 2008?
It felt like 5 years ago or something like that. And then then it looked like, I remember seeing in a Blockbuster, they had like a little like demo or a little video demo of it. And I was like, oh, it's coming out soon. But then it took like another year or two for that to finally come out. It's finally out. That being said, now that it's out, I have not looked up anything about it other than two things. One, I saw a really awesome cosplay someone did. It looks a little photoshopped up. I'm sure you know the one I'm talking about. Of the main girl. What's her name? Elizabeth or something? I'm not sure if that's her name or not. Anyway, and then it's something proper sounding. And also, there's the bus ad. Like, the bus ads are really awesome. I know there's this whole controversy about the cover of the game. I'm not really following that, but I don't care. I like the bus stop ad for it, and I want that picture. But it looks like that picture is just used on the bus stop ads, and I can't find it anywhere on Google. So, it's interesting. That sucks. So anyway, I assume you guys didn't really follow anything about Bioshock either.
No, the only thing that I found, that I was actually planning to mention this later, but then I just realized, the whole controversy with Adam Orth.
Okay.
This is one of those those examples that they use because this is apparently a game, I believe, that requires you to play online only.
Really? Bioshock Infinite?
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay, we'll come back.
A lot of people kept mentioning Bioshock.
We'll come back to that because we'll get to the Adam Orth thing maybe later.
I don't think so, though, because...
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about, oh, the campaign is so fun and everything.
In Bioshock?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only single player.
So then how would internet, play that?
They have online DRM. Some games you can only play them online, even if they're single player. Have no multiplayer. That's what.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I don't know much about it. It looks good. It looks fun. It looks violent. But it looks like an interesting Bioshock. And weren't you saying they were almost going to put Bioshock Infinite on the Wii U?
Were they?
I thought you said something about that.
Is Ken Levine? Is he the guy that does Bioshock?
I don't know.
Because he was If it was, then no, they weren't. Because he came out and said I don't know how long ago. He's like. No, I'm not going to make anything for Wii U. I have one, it's a fun system, but I'm not making anything for it.
That jerk. Okay, well anyway, too bad, because that might have been the one I actually would have played on Wii. I don't care so much about Mass Effect, but I might have played Bioshock Infinite on the Wii. But anyway, and then the other game that I want to mention was Bungie's new game, Destiny, which... does anybody actually care about this game? I mean, I have a friend who already pre-ordered it, but he loves Bungie. And,
I'll pre-order its child.
So anyway,
kind of creepy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. All right.
Child.
Oh.
All
right. I was about to say, all right, Rumpelstiltskin, but whatever. Anyway, who in that Once Upon a Time is played by the same guy who was the scientist guy in Stargate Universe, which is now canceled, unfortunately. We talked about this before. He was much better in Stargate Universe, I guess. But no, Destiny. I looked at the video of it, and it looks very weird and science fiction-y, very Bungie-ish, but it also looks very Halo-ish, and it's surprising that they're talking about how much they want to make this a new game, not Halo, but it looks like Halo.
It's kind of like they want to, but they're still stuck in that style, Because, if you look at that one big, giant character or whatever, I don't know what it's called.
What, the sphere thing?
No.
Spear Chief.
That, the guy with the gun.
Oh,
the
yeah,
big
yeah.
Looks like a brute.
He does.
Yeah.
And the skinny guy with the sniper rifle, that looked like a Halo sniper rifle.
Yeah.
And I think you said you saw that one gun that looked like the plasma grenade launcher or whatever.
Yeah, so it seems like they are trying to, because some of the designs look totally different, but then also it looks like they're still stuck,
It looks weird. I'm not impressed.
It's just, I think
also looks like they have Boba Fett in there.
Oh, yeah. I just think that they were trying to make a new IP just to make a new IP, but not adding anything new to it.
Yeah.
It's like,
take crap from everybody else and call it something
I don't see the point. That's what people are like, we need more IPs. I don't think we need more IPs. We just need more gameplay.
And I was reading some of the extra info that was on the site, and apparently you get special powers or something, and and the people are, but I mean like the whatever your character is called, it's like a warlock or this or that. I'm like, so are you going to be using magic? Is this like a mix of WoW and FPS now, or
why not? Why crap not? I don't. Yeah, I'm not interested. It looks just bizarre. I don't like.
I'd rather.
I don't like Halo's bizarre or Bungie's bizarre kind of science fiction stuff.
Well, I mean, I'm not. I haven't totally given up on it, but I do want to see some gameplay before I.
Halo 1, fine, and then after that, they just got weird.
And I think this is gonna be on PS4 as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bungie's an independent company,
Mm-hmm.
and because they were bought by Microsoft, but then they bought themselves back and became independent again.
They bought themselves back.
That sounds weird.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's that. I don't care. I'm sure a lot of people do care, but ask yourself this: do you really care, or do you just like Halo? I don't know. But then again, it looks so much like Halo, maybe it doesn't make a difference. Alright, so anyway, and then, think about it. But what was the, so what was the next thing you wanted? We wanted to mention some stuff.
Mewtwo.
Oh,
you want to go straight to Mewtwo?
Oh, let's go there.
Okay. So basically, I want to keep this politically correct somewhat. He now looks like this creepy little kitty thing that looks like some weird anime kind of drawing.
Yeah.
And it looks very, it's almost like...
Look at me.
You remember that Abridged series reference where it's like, what, you took one of the most awesome duel monsters in the game and turned it into a cartoon? It looks like that. Like, it looks like they turned the Toon Mewtwo, only instead of Toon, it's like creepy anime little girl.
Yeah, Mewtwo is the most powerful Pokemon, and now we have it with like a little halo. And it's
I saw the picture where it's like Jesse plus Mewtwo equals new form.
I haven't seen that.
Oh no!
I was trying to figure out what that Halo thing is. I think maybe it's a reference how Mewtwo had the tube going to the back of his neck.
Looks like a bottle
Halo
opener.
thing. I like the joke we were saying earlier, where we were saying like, "What's his cry gonna be?" Where like it's like it's just gonna be like if I see that thing, it's like, "What is that?" It just goes blah. I'm gonna freak the crap out.
You said like it was like it just comes out, does that, but then like makes no sound.
It's just like.
Like in the weird black and white animation.
Yeah, it just keeps floating. Like Golbat of Red and Blue.
Oh,
if you've ever played Red and Blue, you know what I'm talking about. You know that Golbat made you turn off the game the first time.
The tongue all out.
Yeah, I turned it off.
How to do the cry?
What? Go back?
Yeah.
That one?
Something like that.
Anyway. I'm not a nerd. We're totally not nerds. Anyway, not me.
I'm trying to do a Pokemon cry.
So it's funny because
Virginity, I choose you! Have you seen that picture? Yeah, it's hilarious. Okay, so anyway.
Yeah, people were confused on whether this was actually a new form or just something that looked like Mewtwo.
Which I thought it was looked like.
But but then what's his name? Junichi something confirmed it.
Yeah,
it's
apparently.
kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Because we all know it's going to be banned on Wi-Fi. So
anyway,
what's really the point of getting it?
What do you give this poor Mewtwo that he just turned into this degenerated form of himself?
I think they just wanted to ruin the childhoods of Gen 1ers.
Yeah, Mew 3 or whatever people are going to call it.
So, well, I mean, people have been going on about a Mew 3 forever.
Well,
so.
Look at the legendaries of X and Y. Like, they're very bizarre.
But I actually like their designs. They are bizarre, but I like the design.
It's just all anime bizarre these days.
But, I mean, when you were looking at stuff like Mesprit and Azelf, those are pretty bizarre.
That was bizarre. It's been getting bizarre since, what, certainly...
Since third generation.
Yeah, since the third, but certainly after the fourth.
I mean, third generation was cool. They were different, but they were cool.
Yes.
And then when you got...
And they didn't have weird cries either.
No, they sound all, like, horny.
Yeah.
Wait, not
Whoa.
like that. No, you don't.
You can't take it back.
I meant like a horn, you know, like however you like, you know what I meant? Like, you know, everything has that, like, in that game, and like, Blaze goes like,
yeah, no, I believe you. It's okay.
No, because like,
well, good night, everybody.
Like Diamond and Pearl, or like Generation 4 had some weird sound effects, like Toga Kiss
and Honch Crow.
Honch Crow?
Yeah.
Oh. And then like Honch Crow.
And then some of them just had to do like,
gosh,
their sound effects. It's like,
that's gonna be the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, just like
make your Pokemon cries. What was that?
I don't know.
I can't do the Parasect one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember I was watching, I saw an image about Parasect.
You
know why Parasect's eyes have no pupils? It's because the mushroom is totally taken over its body, so it has no soul left.
It is actually the truth, yeah. It's supposed to be like the creepiest Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a zombie Pokemon.
Really?
Literally.
Yeah.
Where'd you read? Is that like...
That's like a trivia kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like an official thing?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, free char.
No.
So anyway,
Creepy
Anyway.
pasta for you.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, this whole thing, yeah, we're in China. The whole new game looks weird. I'm going for X, like I said before. I know you
Me
want
too.
Y.
Definitely want Y.
I don't
Y
know
is
if I like X.
awesome.
X. I don't. X. X. Let's see. So is that, and let's go straight to the guy.
Adam Orth.
Yeah.
So you read the
I read
article?
the thing.
You
You
see his
did.
tweets?
Wait, no, I think I did.
I sent it to you
Yeah,
a while ago.
Yeah, about
It's the
the.
guy that went on Twitter, the creative director of Microsoft. Well, not anymore. No, but he went on Twitter because there was a rumor going around about the Xbox 720
Right.
that it's going to be always online.
Durango. Or whatever it's
Durango,
called.
yeah. It's always going to be online.
Camaro.
As in, it will not allow you to turn on the system unless you have an internet connection. It won't work without one.
Right.
And they do
Which
this
is weird.
supposedly to stop piracy, which is
That's not
it's
gonna
only
happen.
going to
They're
screw
spying on you.
over
Yeah.
They're
the
spying on you.
yeah. It's only going to screw over the people that actually buy the games honestly.
And I mean, all it's gonna do for hackers and stuff is slow them down. If
So
they really
people were
want
saying-
something free, they're gonna get it free.
Yeah.
They're gonna find
People
one.
are saying like, well, what happens if your internet goes out? So then this guy Adam Orth goes on Twitter and says, I don't see the drama about this because everything's always online. Your
Right.
phone's always
Everything
online.
these days is always on.
Yeah. So that's his whole thing. And
Then
then
he gets in an argument with like some guy,
an Epic Game, or no, not Epic Games. No, that was another guy.
some other guy.
Came in and actually responded. Another developer
Right.
responded to him saying, "Well, what about SimCity?" And I don't know if it was
Yeah, he's like,
Bioshock.
didn't we know Diablo?
Diablo.
He said, didn't we learn from Diablo and SimCity? And then he's like, this SimCity, like, what was it? Diablo 3 and SimCity something. And he's
But
like,
then he's like, well, my electricity goes out. I guess I'm not going to buy a vacuum cleaner.
right, and then he's like, yeah, I have spotty, he's like, connectivity with my phone, so I'm not going to buy a cell phone or something. He's like, in my area.
He's like, no. If you have spotty reception, you go to another carrier.
Right.
In this case, the other carrier is another console.
Mm. That's the positive. I'm going to play, I guess you could say, like, devil's advocate here. I'm going to be the jerk here. I kind of agree with him. And usually I'm not the person to do this. Like, last time we were talking about 3DS, we were talking about affordability and how not everyone can afford it. And we should, and I'm usually the first to talk about that, because I'm not a rich guy.
Yeah.
But you confirmed that a little too quickly there. Yep. But I would say in this case, on the other hand, this is the way technology is going. I mean, it just seems like it's just that's the way things are headed, and it's like it's unfortunate, but it's like if you want to be on top of it, like you're gonna have to like kind of step up.
But then what happens if your internet? But it's not just about your internet going out. What if you're going somewhere? Because the problem with this is that not every place has a good internet connection. It's not people's fault for not getting a good enough box. It's where they live.
Right, like if you live in like the Midwest or something.
There's some countries that only have dial-up connection. That's the fastest they can
I
ever
know.
have. So we're always going to have an imbalanced internet connection.
And you know how much
you're saying like some
hate
people
lag.
trying to play or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And besides, which is like that one guy's like,
Well,
what
if they
happens-
can't get online, I feel like I mean it's one of those things like.
But why should you have to be online if you're playing a single-player game?
It doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying it makes sense.
Yeah,
I do think
in a
that
sense, for a company, that's more of a lose-lose situation.
it's
Because-
cruel what they're doing. I agree, but I do see what he's saying. Like it's one of those things like you either step up or get back. It's like if you can't do it, that's just it. Like there's certain technologies I don't have because I really can't afford it in my budget right now. But it's like that's not it is the company's fault. But I mean, it's just the way technology is kind of now.
But
It's not
that's-
nice, but it kind of is true that that's the way it is.
But that's more of a you can't afford it at the moment. This
Right.
is more of a thing is that
You'll
even
never
if you
be able
can,
to have it.
yeah, even if you can afford it, if you don't have a connection, then you just can't buy it because you won't have any use
I'm
for
not
it.
defending
So really, well, I'm not saying they're wrong or right, but I'm just saying
They're amoral intrinsically.
in a business sense, that's not really a good thing to do because
No, it isn't.
you're alienating people who would normally be able to
There was-
buy it just for whatever
Isn't that
without
what
internet.
Nintendo does though? Anyway, with its like region locks and stuff.
Well,
Also a bad business.
Well,
move, though.
they region lock, but they don't. It's not like they.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, and I mean they do port the game to a lot of places.
That's
so,
true.
And you can still play
Options.
online with
Options.
you still play online with those
And you
people.
can still play offline.
Yeah, so
I'm not defending them. I'm not saying they're right. It is a poor model. I'm just saying I do see his opinion.
But yeah, then there's the other guy that came on Epic Games.
Okay.
The guy from, that's why I mentioned Epic Games, who's defending him, saying, he's like, well, remember when Microsoft brought Xbox Live, they required a broadband connection. Well, most people had dial-up. They're like, that was a pretty bold move. No, it's not a bold move. That was because dial-up wouldn't work with
Right.
online games. And besides, that was back then when you could play offline.
Yeah.
when games actually had
That's
options.
Yeah, they weren't forcing you to get Xbox Live to play.
The problem with this is that it's a business move that is affecting the consumer. It's not good from the consumer perspective. And if it's not benefiting the consumer, then you have no right to the game.
That's true. I'll agree with it. I'll agree. So yeah, that's basically. And then there was some other random little stuff
Like Nintendo Direct,
Nintendo Direct,
Yoshi's Island 3.
That looks like fun, but I don't think it's going to be as good as the original Yoshi's Island.
The sounds sound exactly the same. They sound like you straight out of Smash Brothers.
Yeah, but I mean, I hope it's better than Yoshi's Island. Yes.
And
you even play that one?
I did actually play it a little bit.
And you heard all the music.
Yeah, and that was not. Let's not talk about that. But
okay. And then there's the Dream was a
Mario and Luigi Dream Team.
that looks like fun.
It looked fun, but I had one problem with it. It's too whimsical. I don't like whimsical. That's what I hate about like the Rose Parade and stuff like that.
Whimsy cartoon?
Well, I do. I hate it when it's trolling me.
Yeah.
That's just how the series is, though.
It's always whimsical.
I mean,
it looked crazy.
there's no way you can make
multiple
sense out of
Luigi
this.
tornado and walk.
Oh, that's new. That's new.
That was funny, but it's just too whimsical. I don't like whimsical stuff. It's like you have those like Rose Parade things, and it's like the theme is whimsical. I just don't like it.
What's the other thing they also made? Oh, Pikmin 3 comes out August 3rd, which is weird because it's supposed to come out quarter 2.
Oh, they're ahead of the schedule.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's not going to make me run out and buy a Wii U just yet. No, but it is good that it's coming out. It's good that it's coming out sooner rather than...
That's a game at least you want to get once you have one.
Right.
But it's not worth getting the system for. So, and what was the other one? They announced like Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D is coming May 2nd. Who cares about that?
But
there was another game, and then they announced a new Zelda.
Oh, that was it.
That actually looks like fun.
It looked okay.
If
you like Zelda, it looked fun.
If you like Zelda, if you liked A Link to the Past.
Yeah. Sorry, I just don't.
This.
I could have shown you the trailer in 3D because there's some neat. It actually pops out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that in 3D.
Yeah.
I'm pretty indifferent when it comes to
I saw the 2D trailer.
Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon, and all that, and Metroid. I'm pretty indifferent. I like all the series, but I mean.
Really? I think your kind of Metroid and Pokemon are a little higher.
I mean, they are, but I'm just saying I like them all. It's not like I dislike one.
That's true.
But seriously, we need a Metroid on 3.
Metroid and Pokemon.
We've got the Pokemon now. Let's go for the Metroid. We've all been waiting for the Metroid for who knows how long.
Let's be reasonable, Nintendo. We need to. Why don't we let No more
prequels.
Yeah, and why don't we let the guy who did Other M sit those one out this time? He's had his run. Sorry.
Samus
he had a career.
Right. She needs to go back to the way she was and stop being.
Was the guy different?
No. We talked about this before. Yeah, he just screwed up that time. He did the story for 3 and 4, which were both good. But then when he did Other M, he just decided to take a big crap all over everything he's done. So he had. I think he's just getting older, and I think he's just losing.
I mean, Super Metroid pretty much told you all you needed to know.
Yeah.
That was it.
We didn't for the rest. But let's not turn this into another Metroid. So there's some stuff going on, and but yeah, so it's good that Pikmin's coming out sooner rather than later. You're not going to rush out and buy a Wii U for it, but when you get it, it is a game that you're going to want to get.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I still want to play the original Pikmin and Pikmin 2 before I do that.
You probably shall. Yeah. So I guess that should pretty much do it for us today. That wraps things up, and we didn't rant about Star Wars or Star Trek at all today, and I feel like I'm missing something by not saying J.J. Abrams sucks in this video. But we'll get in there right at the end there. J.J. Abrams sucks. Anyway. Star Wars, Star Trek. Anyway, so...
It's mandatory.
It's mandatory. So we'll that pretty much covers it, and we'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.